Hey guys, Alec, Peirce here, Simcoe Diving up in Barrie. Just taking it, where's my drink, Kevin? Just taking it easy here. No, this particular quick little tech tip is, again, in response to a question. We had a fellow and he said he got a brand new pair of fins. He said they weren't cheap, and the guy said they were really, really good fins. And he said, I went for one dive, and my feet are killing me. I said, I could hardly walk afterwards, trying to get out of the water. I hardly walk. And so I got thinking about it, and I have helped the divers over the years find a good pair of fins. Thousands of times. Thousands of times. And by good pair of fins, I don't necessarily mean an expensive pair of fins, not a big brand name pair. That's got nothing to do with it. A good pair of fins is a pair of fins that will propel you through the water the way you want to be propelled, not like a submarine, you're not going water skiing, but you want to be able to fin for a long time, even against a current. You want to be able to fin for perhaps as long as an hour without suffering any physical harm, first of all. And of course, you want a pair of fins that have the other features, easy on and off and everything else. So what do you look for? What do you actually look for in fin fit? Color and all those others, style, you decide on that. I don't care. But how do you know that a fin is going to work well on your foot? It's going to give you good propulsion and not hurt. Well, here's some tips. First of all, I have a fin on. This is an old fin. These fins are still actually being used. You can still buy these fins, believe it or not. There's an old style from, are you ready for this? From the 50s. Yeah, they haven't changed much from the 50s. This is the world famous U.S. divers rocket fin. Scuba Pro had the same fin called the jet fin. Related somehow, huh? And a very similar fin. Heavy. It probably weighs 3 pounds. A pair of fins is 6, 7, 8 pounds. Okay. All rubber. All rubber. They have holes in them. Now, divers even today, I've had discussions with them. Heated discussions with them about whether or not those holes are beneficial. And U.S. divers and Scuba Pro spent thousands and thousands of dollars in an attempt to prove that those holes were beneficial without a great deal of success. If you know anything about how fins are supposed to work, putting holes in them is not very logical. So I don't know. I'm not going to comment on it too much other than to say that whether they have holes or not is not going to affect whether this is a good fin. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. This is the old style of strap on the back with these metal clips that invariably break your fingernails, are hard to adjust. But once again, once they're adjusted for your foot, you shouldn't change them very often. Getting them off on the dive boat, as you're climbing the dive boat at the end of a dive when you're cold and tired and worn out, that's a different story as well. The new clips are kind of nice. But I want you to look at something. I want you to look at the end of the fin. Look straight at the end of the fin. Now this is pushed down a little bit, but if you look at the end of the fin, you'll see that the end of the fin, that opening, is box shaped. It's shaped like this. Now, I don't know about your foot, but I bet your foot is not much different than mine. I got news for you. My foot does not fit into that shape very easily. Now they have made the top of this soft rubber, so it actually goes up a little bit to help a little bit. But when that's stretched up to accommodate the shape of your foot, it's pushing down the whole time. Anyway, so there's one thing. Box shape, in my opinion, not good. Secondly, now look at the fin in profile like this. Get that strap out of the way. You see that the top and the bottom are straight. Looks like this. Straight. That's the fin end. This is the end. It looks straight like that. Good or bad? Well, that's not good. Let me show you why. Let me get this fin back on my foot, which is not hard, not easy, but it's not hard. Get it well on there. You're on that strap and yank it back. Now, if you can take a look down here, Kevin, I want to show you the problems here. First of all, the top of my foot is being squeezed because my foot is not a square. Even though this rubber is stretched, it's still pushing down on the top of my foot right there, reducing blood circulation and making those muscles work harder. But that's not the biggest problem with this fin. With this fin, which by the way comes in one size, fits all sizes. Think about it. Fits all sizes. My son is a size 14. Okay. My daughter's a size 6. Fits all sizes. Yeah, it don't work. But It isn't so much the fact that the foot pocket only comes in one size. As I said earlier, the fin does not extend. This is called what we call the platform, the bottom. This is the part you step on. It ends in the middle of your foot, right there. So every time you fin, your foot bends, snaps back and forth. Can you see that action there, Kevin? You see how it digs in there? So your foot is snapping back and forth every time. When you kick hard, it stretches out like this. When you kick the other way, it stretches back and forth like that. There's no way that your foot can take that kind of abuse, that rapid, hard movement, which your muscles are trying to fight for a long period of time. Well, how do you solve that? Well, in the last 25 years, fin technology has changed a great deal. Let me show you a second fin. Here's another fin. This is a fairly modern fin. Doesn't matter the brand. It's not made anymore, but it doesn't matter the brand. Let's look at exactly the same features, the shape. So, there's the foot pocket from the end. And you can see that it's still pretty square. It's still pretty square. Flat sides, flat top. Now the top is a little bit curved like this, which reduces a bit of pressure, but this is now plastic and rubber combination and very stiff. It does have the straps with the clips, which is really nice for adjustment. You just pull them to make them tight, push the button to make them loose. So that's really nice for putting off and on a boat. But look at here. Here's a big difference. Look at it from the side. You see, there's the top of your foot, and the bottom, what I called the platform earlier. You see what's happened now? That platform comes a long ways back. Yeah, this fin looks like this. You see it there? Top is over there. Platform comes a long way back. What's the difference? Well, let's put this fin on, and you'll be able to see the difference. With this fin on, my foot, pull the strap back. The top is still squeezing hard on here, even with the curve in it. I don't like that at all. However, look at the platform. You see this? The platform comes right back to my heel. You see it from the side there, Kevin? It comes right back to my heel. So now this fin is underneath my heel. When I kick with this fin, it no longer bends my foot. It doesn't try to bend my foot in the middle, back and forth. Because when I kick hard, this is a hard kick, the platform is pushing on the heel, which is pushing right up my leg, keeping it straight at 90 degrees. So my foot is not snapping back and forth awkwardly every time. That long platform is very, very important. It's almost critical that you have a nice long platform. Okay, one more. Here's another fin. Again, the brand doesn't matter. Let's get this fin a bit bigger so I can get my foot into it. How you do this one, Kevin? I think you go like that. You're supposed to go like that. Yeah, like that. There we go. Get that on. Okay, here's my third fin. And as soon as I saw the guy walk into the store, he had a size 9 foot, a little smaller than mine. But I looked at it and said, yep, this is a good fin for him. First of all, from the end, to keep this consistent, here's what the end looks like. Gosh, it's starting to look like a foot. If we assume the bottom of your foot is flat, it is pretty much. But the top of your foot is curved. Look, curved. Now, from the side, it's even better. This curve, this portion, has been moved even farther forward. So it's farther forward. You see it here? And the platform comes back even farther back. Let's put it on and see the difference, okay? We'll slip this fin on, maybe. Like so. Oh, boy. So this fin snuggles right at snuggle. You like that? The fin snuggle? Your fin snuggle?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this fin, when I put it on, watch right here as I put it on, Kevin, right in here. See that? Look at that. Comes right up like that. Oh. That's like climbing into bed with somebody special. It feels wonderful. And now, snug the straps up. And the strap is nice and big, nice and high up in here. It's not digging into the back, cutting off the circulation so you get that sore spot. And look at the platform, Kevin. Look how it comes back. You see this shape on the side? Now this fin, when you do your power kick, your whole leg is involved. The foot is not being twisted in half. Then when you do your recovery kick, nothing happens at all, quite frankly. This is a perfect fin. This fin feels good on there. It's curved, so it fits over my foot, doesn't squeeze. The platform. This fin feels like part of my foot. It feels like it's an extension of my foot. And that's the way it ought to be. Now this fin, I can almost guarantee, almost, you never know for sure, but I can almost guarantee that you take this fin out and you'll be able to fin slowly and smoothly and strongly for hours if necessary. That's a good fit. Foot shape and platform. I don't know if when you bought your fins, if your dive store staff went through this with you. They should have. Maybe they didn't know these things. Tell them to watch Alec Peirce video. Anyway, here's a couple of tips. Now maybe you can get your fins out and put them on and try that. That feels really, I may wear these home, Kevin.
Yeah, good driving.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope that helps a little bit. Answers some of your questions. I'm going to sit right here as soon as I find my drink and start talking about some more videos for you guys. Okay, Alec Peirce, Tech Tips. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.